Hello everyone! In today's video we are going to make this cute little plushy pillow for Mr. Frog to lay his little head on so he can take a little nap. He is very excited. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. So for this project you're going to need a size J crochet hook. This is a 6mm. You also need some scissors, a little yarn needle, and a little bit of stuffing to stuff it. Probably only like a little handful, about this much maybe a little bit more. And then we'll need some fluffy blanket yarn. Any brand will do. It's just a size 6, super bulky. This one is the Bernat Baby Blanket, and I've also got Bernat Blanket. There are a lot of different really great brands out there. Just get a size 6 blanket yarn. All right, so we are going to start out with pink. And we're going to start out with getting a little slip knot on my hook there. All right, and now we are going to chain 4. So here's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Now in the 4th chain from the hook, so that very first chain that we made, we're going to put 11 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. There's 1 double crochet. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. Here's 6 double crochets and 7 double crochets and 8 and 9 and 10. Ooh, getting a little tight in there. Scoot your stitches around a little bit if you need to. And 11. And, oh, whoopsies. That very first chain is going to count as your first double crochet. So you're going to slip stitch to the top of it. So it's like you have 12 double crochets in this little circle now. So I just slip stitch right to the top. And now we are actually finished with this color yarn. This is the center of our flower. We're going to chop it, pull out that loop. And now we're all done with pink. Now on to the next color. And for this one, we are just going to join it with a little, just by pulling up a loop in any little stitch around here. So in any one of the double crochets. So let's just go right over here and we're just going to draw up a loop. There we go. And now we're going to go into the next double crochet, and what we're going to do is do 5 double crochets in it. So we've just joined our yarn in one of the double crochets, and we're going to be working into the next one with 5 double crochets. And I'm going to crochet over my ends as we go. So here's, oops, I just grabbed the end instead of my real yarn. Careful when you're working over the ends there. Make sure you grab the right yarn. Okay, got it. There's 1 double crochet. Here's 2 double crochets. There's 3 double crochets. Here's 4 double crochets. And there's 5 double crochets. Now we're going to look at the very next stitch there, and in it we're going to do a slip stitch. Then working in the next one, we're going to do 5 double crochets once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then in the very next one, we're going to slip stitch again. We're just going to repeat that around, and you can see that those 5 little double crochets make a little petal. So let's do 5 over here, and you're going to repeat that until you have 6 petals for your flower. There's 3, 4, and 5, and then slip stitch into the next one. There's 3 petals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and slip stitch into the next one. There's 4 petals, 2 more to go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slip stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more. Okay, so in the very last one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now this very last slip stitch should be the very first place where we joined our yarn. So slip stitch right into that very first double crochet, and our little flower is finished. Now you're going to repeat that so that we have another flower, okay? And on the second one, you want to leave the yarn kind of long because we're going to use it to stitch our flower together. So I'm leaving about, maybe 24 to 30 inches. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see. I've done this before, but I don't remember how much yarn I left for this last little flower here. As long as it's enough to go around the whole flower. If we have to add more, we can. No big deal, right? Okay, so I'm going to grab this end and I'm going to thread my needle. And now we're going to take the first flower that we've made and we're going to flip it over so that yarn ends and everything are inside. And then we're just going to lay them on top of one another. And we're going to do what's called a whip stitch, where you go into one and then into the next. And I'm just like grabbing the tops of the double crochets and we're just going to stitch them together. Just like that, easy peasy. So you go into the top of the next double crochet, into the top of the other flower's double crochet, and pull that together. And yeah, just make sure that they're lined up when you lay one on top of another. Of course, like lay the petals so that they line up so that when you stitch them, your little flower lines up right. And you're going to do this all around the entire thing so that your whole flower is all stitched closed. The only thing is that before you get all the way to the end, you want to stuff your pillow. So that means that when you're about maybe 3/4 of the way done, you'll want to start adding some stuffing. And you don't need a lot of stuffing. It's a pretty small pillow. Just perfect size for Mr. Frog. Everybody loves Mr. Frogs. Mr. Frog so much that I decided he needs a home and some home accessories, you know? Still working on the home. I started crocheting a cute little house for Mr. Frog, so hopefully that video will be coming. But I'm having a tough time with it, honestly. Because you know, you need sides of a house, but I need them to not like cave in. So if anybody has any cute ideas, let me know. But until then, he'll have these fabulous home accessories that are just waiting for his home to be built. Right, Mr. Frog? Yes. All right, so let's see. I've got 4 of my petals stitched together. Let me grab this one and do maybe one more. Okay, let's grab a little bit of stuffing. Oh, I'm gonna have plenty of yarn. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna grab a tiny handful and maybe a bigger handful. Okay, that's probably pretty good. All right, let's stitch a little more. And then we'll see at the very end if I want to add a little more before it's all the way stitched. What do you think, Mr. Frog? Do you want your pillow a little softer or a little firmer? Okay, he's not sure. He's shy on camera, so he's not going to talk a lot. Okay, that's okay, Mr. Frog. All right, I'm going to grab a tiny bit more to just fill this last little petal in. That was more than a tiny bit, but I'm sensing Mr. Frog would like a firmer pillow, so okay. Here we go, last couple of stitches. And then, all right, now last thing is just to weave in this little piece of yarn. So we're just gonna push it on through, pull it out over here. I'll push it on through and pull it out again. And then I'm going to clip it right about there. Oh, pushed a little bit of my stuffing out. All right, y'all. We've got a cute little plushie pillow for Mr. Frog. What do you think, Mr. Frog? Do you like it? Oh, he still doesn't want to talk. Okay, he's just very shy around you guys. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.